In this video, we're going to be exploring some macro phone photography. Hello, my name's Stuart Wood and welcome to this video. So in this video, we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to put away the digital SLR and we're going to take some pictures on a mobile phone. But we need to get some macro lenses for our mobile phone. Well, there we go, we've got some lenses. Let's get this opened up. Okay, so these are my macro lenses. These are from a company called Apexel India. And these are two 12 times magnification lenses that if you stack on top of each other, you'll now get 24 times magnification. That's just mental. So the phone I'm going to be using to begin with, because we are going to be doing a lot of testing, I'm going to be using my wife's old iPhone 6S. I promise you, it's pink, so it's not my old one, I promise you. I also have an Huawei Mate 20 Lite. That's currently recording at the moment, but we'll see. The Huawei has a 24 megapixel sensor, whereas the iPhone only has a 12. So it's packaged quite well. So I got this off Amazon. Got a nice hard case. That's good. That's good to see. Okay, yeah, so if we want to go 12 times to begin with, we could just put this on. And it looks like it's got some sort of little diffuser on it as well. Let's place that onto our phone. Okay, so our subject to start with is going to be a cactus. I have my backgrounds there, and I have the same piece of corn from our Twiglet shoot because I've literally just finished that. So we might get Twiglet back out if this works okay, but let's just try this first. Okay, so I just sprayed some water onto my cactus. No special lighting, we just got the video lights on here, and let's see what this looks like. And we got a lot of distortion on the edges. Let's find somewhere that looks interesting. Bring in a background. You can see there we're getting an okay result. Very distorted around the edges, which is why a higher megapixel sensor would be better for this type of photography because you'll be able to crop in more. Okay, we're going to try the Huawei in a minute. I'm just going to try putting both lenses on. So now we're at 24 times magnification. Okay. Now let's try that again. Oh my God, look at that. I'm practically touching it. Let's see if I can get a little bit of the background in there. There we go. So we're getting some okay results. It's not DSLR type quality, but the magnification is there and it's a viable solution. And it also has one advantage over my digital SLR, and that is focus stacking. You see, what I can do here now is I can hold down the button and take a bunch of images. I just took 37 images just there. No way can my digital SLR do that. So I can see an advantage of doing that, but it's the quality that I'm concerned about. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get Twiglet back out, and we're going to see how it holds up against my digital SLR, okay? And bear in mind that if we forget the cost of the phone, if we just concentrate on lenses, my macro lens is £800. This is £10. So there's a big difference between them. There we go. Now this has been grown in my garden, so I know for a fact it's got no pesticides on it, okay? Now the problem we're going to have with this phone setup is after get that close, Twiglet is going to want to climb onto the lens, but let's just give it a go, shall we? We're at 24 magnification, so we've got all the lenses on here. So I don't think I'm going to get close enough. He's not going to let me get that close. Nope. Okay. That's okay. I'm going to take one off. We'll go with just the 12 times magnification. Have a look at him now. And there we go. And again, I can use the burst mode on the phone to do a little bit of focus stacking. Let's do that now as well. The only downside is there's a lot of distortion. So a higher megapixel phone would probably fare better. Let's try the Huawei. Okay, now for this to work, I've got to unplug my microphone. Take it out of the case. You probably can't hear me because I've unplugged the phone, the microphone, and back in. Okay, right, testing, just testing the microphone still works. I unplug it. Now let's see if this will fit the Huawei. Okay, so it fits the Huawei quite nice. So this is a 24 megapixel camera, which means I'm going to be able to crop in a lot more than the iPhone. Let's have a look what this is going to be like. I'm just going to take an image without the lens on. Okay, there you go. You can see there just how much more magnification you're getting using these lenses. And it's the same with most things. If you're going to go down this route, you've just got to get used to it. Believe me, when I started macro photography, my images weren't very good. In fact, I'm going to change the background to the pink one. Okay. Let's get a headshot of him. So to avoid the distortion, you've got to have your subject in the center of the frame. Okay. Let's put the flash on. See what happens then. We want a darker background. Let's bring up the pinky one, the blue, the green one. Let's turn him round. Take another picture of Triggerlet. Oh, look at that. Unfortunately, the lens is covering up the flash. So the flash on this particular phone is not going to work. No, the flash isn't going to work. Okay, so we're going to turn that off. So for this, we're going to have to go with available light. And again, the quality of images is going to depend on the phone that you are using. Now, from what I've done on the research so far, the OnePlus range of phones are very good for doing this type of macro work. So far, the images look okay if you can crop them and process them. That we're not going to know quite yet. You will know because you'll see the image on the screen, so you can make your mind up as to whether you like it. But before I pass judgment, I'm going to take these two phones outside and test them out outside. So to test these lenses out just a little bit more, I took them down to some local pools. On further inspection, the 12 times and 24 times magnification I think is a bit of a exaggeration. It's nowhere near a 12 time magnification lens. So like I said previously, there is a lot of distortion when using these lenses. As I said before, a higher megapixel sensor will help you to crop out. However, in some cases, it's a good idea to keep the distortion in, like this image of this leaf that is backlit. The distortion helps to give it that abstract type of look and adds to the image in my opinion. The working distance of these lenses is 1 to 2 centimeters, so you've got to get very, very close. And as always in any type of macro photography, getting light onto your subject is a big struggle. And with the lenses covering up your flash, it is going to be even harder. Again, depending on what phone you're using will result in the quality of the final images that you get from these lenses. I found that the working distance was horrendous when trying to work with live subjects. Trying to get close to insects with this phone is just not happening very good. It was very hard to get close to an insect and get a workable image. this is why when it comes to macro photography, I'm a big fan of a decent working distance. So in conclusion, these lenses I think are a fantastic buy. Although the 12 to 24 times magnification is a little bit questionable, and the quality of your image depends on your mobile phone, I think for the price, these are a must-have, because when I go out with the kids, as you know, I'm a family man, so if we go out with the kids, I don't have to take my digital SLR with me all the time. And indeed, most of the time I don't want to, because it's big and bulky and I want to spend time with the kids. But if they do find some sort of bug, I can just put this onto my mobile phone and take a little snapshot picture of it. So the working distance on these lenses is very small. It's like 1 to 2 centimeters. So going out in the evenings or in the mornings when it's cooler will be a lot easier to use this to take images of live subjects. Now the quality of the images you're seeing, half of that is the phone, because it is dependent on what phone you're using. And the other half is my lack of experience in using these lenses, because they do take a little bit of getting used to, which means I am going to be exploring this macro phone photography a little bit more in the future. How about a macro adventure with the mobile phone? That could be something of interest. I wonder how much a OnePlus 7 costs. In this video, I'm going to be doing some macro phone Now, bearing in mind, I don't know which camera's which on here. Let's have a look, shall we? My name is Stuart Wood, and I'd like to thank you. I completely forgot what I was going to say. What was I going to say? Okay. Going out in the mornings or in the evenings when it's cooler.
Daddy, follow me. I know where a lot of insects is.